breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway here in Los Angeles. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Herbert going to go to the air right away. Short throw to Disley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
It's 3rd and 1.
Herbert now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Herbert. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to take this down to about the 17.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Gus Edwards from 17 yards out. And the Chargers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Again, it's Achane. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 3rd down and 6. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Now a give to Mostert running right. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 49 yards. And the Dolphins have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Charger drive about to get going. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Herbert. And this one finds McConkey. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. He'll get it inside the 20, and he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. In motion, Hill. The third quarter begins with a run by Achane. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just so quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. A run straight ahead with Achane. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Tua. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Man, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 3rd and 7. And they'll run it here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That is caught inside the 20. Tyreek Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 64 yards. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now it's Herbert. Flushed out right. Dumps it off to Edwards. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Herbert. Being chased out left. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 1st and goal. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. Here now, 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs...
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Will Disley from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Herbert. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Tua. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, They talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Here now, third down. Now Tua on third down, Achane. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. Here's Tua. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's first down. Herbert to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Herbert going to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
Throwing Tua. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They'll get that out wide to Waddle. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Achane gets it from the gun. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Yeah, that was the safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. And they'll give this to Achane. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Rolling to his left. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. On the handoff, it's Achane. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Tua to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. Tagovailoa. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Charger drive about to get going. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's got room. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
I love football lingo, the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double it. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Dancing to his left. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Herbert with his first throw in OT. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing, Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Now Herbert. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Here's Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Achane. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
85 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Tua going to throw.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Overtime with 2 minutes to play. We are in sudden death, but still all tied up.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Now Tua going to change the play. They'll run. Achane.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Achane.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
Achane.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Okay, so interesting here. A field goal would win this thing, but the kicking team on the sideline, and they're going for it on fourth down. Now Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on fourth and goal at the 1. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. Dobbins with it. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
That's caught by Palmer. So the OT clock hit 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. Now 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And that's going to be good for the Chargers' first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll go again with Dobbins. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Here's 3rd and 6. Herbert now. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. There he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Finally, after I was trying to cheat for this nigga, man, the whole entire game.
Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad
Like, cause he wasn't good at all.
And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown, or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through that's going to give you the play we saw to win the game? Because I know everyone's thinking that that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Southern California.